In today's video, we're going to talk about a narcissistic friend and what this looks like. What are a couple of signs that your friend has actually got NPD? Now, what does healthy friendship look like? Healthy friendship looks like reciprocity. So there is give and take on both sides. And if you are having a hard time and you need some support from your friend, that friend is happy to be there for you and offer that support, and vice versa. Now, what does it look like when you think your friend may actually have NPD? How do we differentiate this? Well, this is when the scales are completely out of balance. So it feels like you are giving most of the time, you are supporting that person most of the time, but they are not doing the same for you. They are not interested in doing the same for you. Instead, it feels like this friend is leeching off you, whether that's for attention, whether that's for admiration, whether that's for something that you can give them that nobody else can give them. For a person with NPD, a friendship is never healthy. So all of the traits that somebody with NPD has is also something that you will see when you are in a friendship with them. First of all, they seek out constant praise and admiration. Because their internal self-worth is so low, narcissistic friends seek out, expect, and sometimes even demand praise and admiration from you in order to fuel their self-esteem. Another thing that you will notice in a friendship with somebody who has NPD is that they generally tend to put their own needs first. Because narcissists view themselves as above or better than others, they tend to be mostly preoccupied with their own satisfaction, with their own needs, and they generally lack empathy for their friends' needs. So if you plan to meet a narcissistic friend for lunch, it may be that they always are running late and they don't apologize. And then if you bring this up and tell them that you're upset that they were late, they will say, well, I'm so sorry, I don't really get why you're so bothered by this. Or they'll come up with some very lame excuse. But they won't apologize. They won't say they're sorry. Another thing that you will notice in a friendship with somebody who has narcissism is that most conversations will remain on surface level. So even if you are somebody who shares on a deeper level, the friend that has narcissism will tend to keep things mostly superficial. And they do this in order to avoid true intimacy because they are not comfortable with true intimacy. Another very important thing is that they aren't there for you when you truly need them, unless it is in their own best interest. So what does this look like? Because narcissists struggle with empathy and they struggle with understanding other people's feelings, this is when you will notice that they're not really there for you, or they get bored of listening to something that you are talking about that is difficult for you. They really don't do well with being a good friend, with listening to you, with supporting you, unless there's something in it for them. So it may be that they are very willing to listen to you for a long time at the beginning of your friendship in order for them to be perceived as your best friend, because it makes them feel good about themselves. But when it really matters later on in the friendship, you will notice that they have stopped doing this. You will notice that they are becoming flaky. You will notice that they're really not genuinely interested in hearing your point of view and being there for you and being a true friend to you. Another very important thing is that this friend will act very entitled when they want to spend time with you. So it may be that they become extremely demanding. So if they call you and they want to meet up with you, they expect you to do it there and then. They expect you to constantly be there for them, no matter how busy you are, no matter how stressed you are, or how important some of the other things in your life are. They will demand that you spend time with them, and they will get angry or frustrated with you if you do not. Or they will try and convince you to leave whatever else it is you're doing because they really need you and this is really important. and whatever they're going through is such a big drama that they cannot cope without having their friend with them. So this is where you have to set really strong boundaries with a narcissistic friend, because they will act like an entitled brat. They will constantly want you to do what they want you to do when they want you to do it. Now, another very important thing is that you will notice that there are many times where your friend will put you down. So if you may be talking about something that's made you really happy, like getting a new job or meeting someone wonderful that you're falling for, they will not genuinely be happy for you. They will feel envious towards you. And you will notice that they are disregarding your strengths or your successes. And instead, they will draw the conversation to themselves and highlight their own successes and the good things that are happening in their life compared to what is happening in yours. So again, they won't truly listen to what you are saying to them. It's very important to remember that narcissists are not very good at being accountable and in showing remorse. So if you notice this in your friend, then this is a clear sign that they are narcissistic. So for example, if you tell this friend that you are really hurt by something that they've done, they will be very defensive and they will only deny that they've done anything wrong. They'll tell you that you're too sensitive and they'll completely dismiss your feelings. And this really feels horrible if you're on the receiving end of this, especially when you really wish that this person was truly a friend and truly there for you, just in the same way that you have been for them. Another important thing is that maybe in your friendship, you are very forgiving of your friend and the things that they do to upset you, but they, on the other hand, are not able to forgive you very easily if you do something that they don't like. And the things that you do that they may not like may be as simple as setting a boundary and saying that you're not able to meet them because you're in the middle of doing dinner for your kids or because you have a very important work assignment. But if you do something that they don't like, so in other words, if you don't cater to their every whim, they will really struggle with this and they will accuse you of being a bad friend and they will make you feel bad about any decisions you make that don't involve them. Narcissists unfortunately believe that they are entitled to special treatment. They believe that they are entitled to being treated in a very particular way and that if you don't do this, then it's really unjust and you've violated their rights as a person to get their needs met. So don't expect a narcissist to forgive you. If you set boundaries, they're not going to like it. And they may well leave the friendship. They may go and find somebody better at doing what they want, somebody that they are better able to control and manipulate and use to feed their ego, use to feed their needs. Don't forget, narcissistic individuals are emotional vampires. And they are usually with people because they have a need for something. So if they can't get that need satisfied in their friendship with you, they will end up going elsewhere. Lastly, another very important sign that your friend has narcissistic personality disorder is that when you spend time with them, you feel incredibly drained by them. And this is because they are toxic. This is because they are very self-absorbed and they talk about themselves all the time. This is because you notice that this friendship is very one-sided and you aren't really getting much from this friendship. You aren't really having a friendship with somebody on equal footing, on equal terms. And they are just offloading all of their problems on you. You know, they want all the attention, but yet the minute you mention something or you want to say something, they shut you down, they dismiss you, or they make you feel horrible about yourself. So these are the signs that your friend has narcissistic personality disorder. Let's not forget, of course, that we're not able to diagnose this properly because we're not therapists and we're not psychiatrists. However, these are a couple of signs which can point you in the right direction of knowing whether to end this friendship or not. These are signs that your friend is definitely too toxic to have in your life, and you deserve much better. Now, if you have had experience with narcissistic friends, please feel free to share this in the comments below the video. That is the end of the video today. Thank you very much for watching and for listening. Please give it a thumbs up if you can, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Take care. Bye-bye.